Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news inflation is embedding itself worldwide now. The US Fed's monthly Beige Book describes an economy that has strengthened further from late May into early July, displaying moderate to robust growth. However, it only reported modest employment gains. But it does report broad-based pricing pressures, where the majority of firms expected further increases in input costs and selling prices in the coming months. The only relief was a pullback in sky-high lumber prices. That evidence of inflation continued in the data as well, with producer prices rising more than the high rise expected, now up 7.3% from a year ago at an accelerating pace. They're up an even faster pace in Canada, rising a startling 16% on the same basis in June, although there are signs there that this is tailing off. Overnight, the Canadian Central Bank sort of copied the RBNZ with similar policy shifts, signalling a reduction in bond buying in preparation for normalising their policy interest rate. It also sees higher inflation ahead. However, the Canadians were not as gung-ho as the RBNZ. And China's reported a record grain harvest this season, with increases in both cropped areas and yields. But this domestic milestone isn't enough to improve their food security yet. And the EU and China announced ambitious plans to slash greenhouse gas emissions that will increase costs for industry and consumers, but drew criticism from environmentalists for not going far enough to slow climate change. The agreement includes new duties on imports from high-emitting countries. The renewed pandemic outbreak in Australia's East Coast states is expected to cost substantial reductions in economic activity there. There will undoubtedly be echoes in New Zealand. And the US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 1.36% and back down 5 basis points as it rose yesterday. Bond markets seem to think the inflationary surge is temporary. And the price of gold is now just over $1,824 an ounce, which is up $19 from this time yesterday. And oil prices have fallen back $2 today, and in the US they're now just over $72.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is now just under $74.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar opens today just over 70.3 US cents, and a gain of more than 3/4 cent from this time yesterday. Against the Australian dollar, we're up a similar amount at 94 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're up a half a cent and 59.4 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index starts today up 70 basis points at 73.1, although that is only back to where it was about a week ago. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. If you have comments, please leave them in the section below.